Hey everybody, Cold Steel Bill here, coming to you from out at the farm. Welcome to the Bob Gnarly 69 channel. Thank you for joining me here. I never ask anybody to hit that like button, but if you will, hit the like button. Go to my channel, go through all my videos, and just hit that damn like button. I don't ask anybody for money, but if you would, just hit that like button. I am stoked, okay? I am unbelievably stoked. Okay, if you've seen some of my other videos, you understand that I recently have been gifted a Rossi R92 chambered in .44 Magnum. You know, stainless steel, Brazilian blonde, hardwood furniture, beautiful, beautiful lever action rifle. And I was told it was for living right and doing right, and I appreciate that. You know, I'm gonna beat my lungs out, pat myself on the back about it, but I appreciate the gesture. So the other day, I ran across the opportunity to get a hold of a rare firearm, and the reason I came out here today to do this video was to do it on these two particular firearms that are related to one another. And I kept getting delayed and kept getting delayed and kept getting delayed. And my neighbor comes over and says, I want you to look at a couple of guns for me and let me know what they're worth. She's a widow now on a fixed income. So I said, okay. So she goes over and gets this revolver and brings it to me. And I look at it and I'm like, yeah, you know, $350 probably top end, maybe more to a collector. And she says, all right, well, if you got a few more minutes, let me go get another gun and show it to you. I'm like, okay, so she takes off. Well, anyway, as I was saying before, I came out here today to do the video on basically this, oh shit. Okay, basically to do the video, let me make sure I'm not upside down, okay, on this Grendel, okay. This is a Grendel P30, and it's one of the very, very first firearms, to my knowledge, that Mr. Kellick, or anyway, it's the precursor to Kel-Tec. I don't remember exactly how to pronounce his name. And of course, here with it, I have the Kel-Tec Sub 2000, and we were going to do a video on these guys. And as a matter of fact, just for the hell of it, because I've got it right here, right now, and that ain't what we're going to do the video on, I'll go ahead and take the Grendel out, and a very nice revolver, revolver. I guess it would help if I load it. Guys, I'm crazy right now. Seriously, I'm crazy. I am so stoked because what's under that right there is what we're going to talk about. All right, y'all hang on a second. All right. Yeah, didn't want a chamber to start with. All right, this is the Grendel P30, and this was like the granddaddy or grandmother, whichever you're going to call it, of the Kel-Tec guns. My understanding, it was only made for 4 years, from something like 1990 to 1994, or somewhere in that neighborhood. I don't know. These may not be the exact years. It is chambered in 22 Win Mag, and it has a 30-round magazine. Let's shoot this bad boy. Something ain't right. A very sensitive safety. If you bump that safety up a little bit, it'll go on like that. I'm shooting the silhouette down there. Let's see if I can hit the swinger. I'm the Grendel P30. Oh, shit. I hope I didn't kill the video. Alright, so anyway, the Grendel P30. Chambered in 22 Win Mag. And I'm going to come back to this and we'll do a more in-depth video on this thing. And of course, this is its great grandbaby or its child, or well, I don't know what generation this falls under. This is a generation 1 sub 2000, so you know, it's not like some of the other ones. Oh crap, why don't you want to shoot? Well, hell, what's going on here? Helps to have the magazine all the way in 100%. Alright, Expo, I know the cinematography is bullshit, but that's okay. Only thing I'm doing right now is just shooting this thing because I brought them out here with me and had the magazines full. So there you go, the Grendel P30 and the Kel-Tec Sub 2000. That's the purpose for my video when I first started it, but now we're going to go to what I have shifted from. Y'all hang on. Alright, as I mentioned, I was heavily delayed getting out here. To the point it was getting aggravating. And then just as I'm getting ready to get in the truck and drive out here, my neighbor comes over, flags me down, and she's a widow woman. She lives on fixed income, and she's getting rid of a lot of stuff. This week's the year anniversary of losing her husband and a good friend of mine. So she says, Bill, she says, will you please look at this pistol for me and tell me what you think it's worth? I want to sell it. She also has a little 25 automatic. She said she wanted to keep it, but she brings me this little 32 revolver, you know, a little H&R revolver, you know. I'm like, yeah, it's nice, you know, stainless steel. And I'm like, I'll give you $350 for it, which is a good price, really. You know, probably, I won't say $100 more than it's worth, probably, but it was a very fair price. So again, we get to talking, you know, and she gets a phone call. She's on the phone. Anyway, without boring you to death with all that, she says, well, before you leave, can I show you one more gun? I'm like, sure, no problem. So she goes, and she go get something else. Now, this is the little 32 revolver that I gave her $350 for. Okay, very pretty, very cute, an old little revolver. And I like revolvers, so to me, it was well worth, given what it is, $350 to me to give to her for the gun. Now, your opinion, you know, what do you think? Did I get a deal or did I take a little bit of a beating? It was fair to me, and I'm happy with it. But this is what blew my mind. She goes, well, before you leave, will you please look at this for me? I said, okay, no problem. And again, like I said, I'm kind of aggravated. She goes back to the house, and she brings me this. And she already told me, she says, I want $100 for it if you'll sell it if you'll buy it. And I said, okay. I'm thinking she's going to bring me a Remington 60 or something like that. Look what she brings me. I can't believe my luck. I am stoked. Now, for those of you who know immediately what this is, then you understand my excitement. For those of you who do not know what this is a Remington Nylon. This is one of the most absolute cherished 22s that anyone has ever owned. I personally never owned one. I had a 1022, Ruger, but these things are they're collector's items now. The magazine comes through to the back. Okay. You load it right here. Put your magazine in. Okay, your tube magazine, put it back in, and it feeds up here. You don't have a magazine in the front like your standard 22s do, and of course you don't have a box magazine down at the bottom. I was gifted a Rossi R92 2 weeks ago, and then I ran across that Grendel. The Grendel in itself is a collector, because that was the whole purpose behind me coming out here to do the video on the Grendel. And then to run across this before I left the house, guys, oh, thank you, Lord, thank you, Lord, thank you, Lord. Tells me I'm doing something right. All right, I know y'all are bored with this, but I'm just so excited. I want to tell you about it. I want to shoot it now, okay? So we're going to shoot at a couple of things down there. And again, I am just so dadgum stoked. I am. Hang on. Y'all hang on. All right, here we go. The Nylon 22. Guys, this is an absolute classic. I mean, an unbelievable find. To just run across this thing the way I did. It has a raised steel blade front sight. I think it's probably about an 18 or 20 inch barrel. It's got an old Western Auto scope on it. Guys, I'm just, oh man. All right, I put 10 rounds in it, and that's all I'm going to shoot it today. And we'll come back and do another video. Richard is paging me. He's been sick with COVID, and that's why if you watch my other videos there at Cold Steel Farms, he wasn't there that day. I've been running the place by myself. But all right, let's shoot this thing. Let's shoot it. I'm gonna be videoing, and I'm gonna put it in the holder. Y'all hang on. All right, here we go. Like I said, I'm only gonna shoot it 10 times. Richard, I sent him a message telling him about my find, but I didn't tell him what I had, and he's blowing the phone up. So if you hear that twing twing sound while I'm doing this, that's him going, what? Man, Nylon 22, guys. I am stoked. Safety is right here up on the top. Again, you load it from the bottom down here. Comes complete with a nostalgic Western Auto scope. Oh my God, this is fantastic. This is fantastic. Need to bring the scope back a pretty good bit for me. I wonder if Dan knew that this thing was. Probably needs a good dose of oil. It's not picking the rounds up. Well, that might be all of them. Yep, that was it. It needs a good cleaning. The magazine is stiff, it's gummy, and yeah, it needs a good cleaning. I'll tear this thing apart, clean it up real good, throw some ballistol on it. Ah! Nylon 22, guys. Ah, okay, that's it. Oh, well, here's the revolver that I also got with it. This is a model 733. It's and it's chambered in 32 Smith & Wesson, and it's made by H&R of Warwick, Massachusetts. I'm not real familiar with this brand, but you know, it is pretty. Nice little revolver. I don't know what its real value is. Again, I might have made money on it. I might have lost money on it, but I like it. And as me being a bit of a collector, I think I'm good with it. All right, guys, that is it. I've got to run, take care of a couple of things. Thank you for joining me here on the Bob Gnarly 69 channel. I am Cold Steel Bill, and I am coming to you from out at the farm. Nylon 22, and the little H&R. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Sometimes we wonder if there's any reward to living a good life, and I have to admit that I've been being rewarded. I love you. I mean it. Adios, mi amigos. Au revoir.